Hello, great people. Unfortunately, we live in an era where many people do not have a lean purpose, and in all actuality, that have an absolutely ton of debt that is prohibiting them from potentially ever reaching financial autonomy. But don't worry. In this video, I'm going to do a recap of the richest man in Babylon to share with you 7 financial wisdom that will lead you to financial autonomy if you implement them. You are welcome. In the process of struggling to understand more about the mindset of creating wealth for yourself and family, I came across some of the baby steps to make sure that you are on the right path to achieving financial freedom. One of the books I read and I want to base my today's video on is written by George Samuel Clason, and it is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Let me do a recap as I share the lessons I've learned from this great book. Let's check them out. Now, at number 1, he said, start thy purse to fatten, or I would say start thy wallet or purse to fatten. Now, pay yourself first. It is really just that simple. George recommends that if you are paid 10 coins, then you should try to only live off of 9 of those coins and save the last coin. Of course, we don't get paid in coins, but the logic is the same. Always try to save at least 10% of your income. And I mean at least. That is a very minimum. Now you'll realize that the more you can save, the faster that you're going to reach financial autonomy. Let's do a quick example. Assuming that your household income is let's say 720,000 Kenya shillings. So 10% of that is around 72,000 Kenya shillings per year of saving. The amount will continue to grow or to climb at an exponential rate solely based off how much you can invest and what percentage you're willing to save each and every year. Number 2, control thy expenditure. Control the expenditure sounds like living within your means, right? Now, this should be an easy one for us to accomplish. The easiest way to make sure that you're controlling your expenditure is to budget. Now, you can track your spending and income each month to make sure that you are earning more than what you are spending. Because if you're not, you are destined to failure. If you can control the expenditure, you will be destined for greatness in your financial journey. Number 3, make thy gold multiply. Now, as an investor, this may be your favorite one to read. Yeah. Now that you're spending less than you earn and you're paying yourself first, you need to make your money work for you. Now, George used an example where a father wanted to save and invest for his son. So when his son was born, he took 10 pieces of silver and loaned it out to earn 25% interest every 4 years. Now, after 20 years, those 10 pieces of silver turned into 31.5 pieces. His son did not need the silver when he was 20. So instead he let them stay loaned out until he was 50. Those 10 silver coins that were 31.5 coins after 20 years were now 167 coins. Now, from these lessons, my friends, we understand, or we learn the beauty of compound interest. Now, let's learn to invest our money so that our money can keep on multiplying. Number 4, guard thy treasures from loss. Guard your money from loss by investing only where the principal is safe, where it may be reclaimed if desirable, and where they will not fail to collect you a fair interest. Sure, we obviously want our money to grow, but it is just as important to make sure that we are not losing any money while we are trying to make it multiply. You need to do your due diligence on the company and investment vehicle you're using, both as a quantitative sense and qualitative sense, to make sure that you trust that company isn't going to make you lose your money. Stay away from get-rich-quick investment schemes and get real investment. Number 5, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. In other words, own your own home. Now, George simply is saying that if you own your home, you have more control over your life. Now, while renting gives you flexibility to move as often as you want, if you don't intend to move frequently, then you're likely going to be better off paying for a home. I guarantee that your mortgage would be less than if you were paying rent on that same home and you are also creating wealth. Of course, coming up with a down payment can be hard, but it's much easier if you are aware of all the options out there. While many people never count the value of their home as an asset in their net worth, it is an asset if you ever wanted to sell your house and downsize, or if you were forced to do that at some point. If we were just renting the house, there wouldn't be anything at all to fall back on if the going gets tough. Buying a home isn't creating generational wealth. It is just adding a layer of protection and strengthening your shield. Number 6, ensure a future income. Plan for the future and make sure that you have ways to keep making money going forward. It might sound overwhelming, but it is not. You have a ton of ways to do this. You just need to decide what makes sense for you and your family. For example, you can get into real estate, you can buy shares of a company which can keep paying you dividends as long as the company makes money. And another way to ensure a future income is to plan for life insurance. Number 7, increase thy ability to earn. If you are earning more money currently or now, find ways to make more money, either with your current job, a side hustle, a random one of jobs, anything. Let's try to find ways that can help us find a scalable income, and I think that is an extremely valuable lesson for all of us to learn. Not everyone, I know not everyone have time for a side hustle, but I urge you to think about inefficiencies in your life regarding how you are earning money and continuously try to optimize your time. Doing so will allow you to maximize your earning potential. Finally, each one of these 7 financial tips, choose what might be your favorite one. Hopefully, you were able to see a tangible takeaway for each one of the 7 points and have some sort of plan for you to implement some of these in your life today. Hopefully, you are likely doing some of this today, but I'm sure there are some areas where you can absolutely improve and get better. See you in the next.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.